Hi everyone, it's Tina from the Crafty Traveler, and today I'm going to sew on some fabric onto some flour sack towels, and you can get these right at your local Walmart. And what they look like when you unfold them, they're pretty good sized towels. They're 28 inches by 29, and I use them to wipe dishes, wipe your hands. I'll have them hanging on the handle of my oven, or you can have them hooked onto your apron as you're cooking to wipe your hands on. So from a previous video, when I was working on my granddaughter's artsy jeans, I had done steam on the back of some fabric, as you can see here. And I cut out some pieces that I was going to put onto her jeans. But I thought maybe this would be like make it feel stiff, so I didn't end up using it. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to sew them onto the little towels. So I have this one's all set, I'm happy with, and I have a few of these. So what I'm going to do is cut out probably a couple more of the little flowers from this piece. And then I also did some strips that I thought was neat. I love this fabric. Reminds me of like hippie style kind of thing. So I thought I did different widths. So I'll play along with them just to see how those look and just do them in strips. Also did it the same with this color fabric. And this one I also like as well. I just did one big band of that. And then I think I'll also fussy cut out the different, I think these are carnations. So I'll fussy cut some of them out as well and do a towel in that. So let's get this out of the way. And I just have a small pair of scissors, which is going to make it a lot easier to cut out the pieces. So I'm going to just go right into this one, cut it out roughly. And I didn't notice until a little while ago that actually in this fabric, there are little birds here. I didn't even notice. I just figured there were leaves or something, but yeah, they're little birds. So I can actually fussy cut those out, but I'm not going to do it for this project, but I can do it for another project, so I'll keep that. So I'll just show you roughly what I'm doing here. And I'm not being 100% right on the line. There's a little bit of green showing. I don't care. That's fine. These would make good little gifts. For people for, well, Mother's Day is coming up here in May. Then, of course, you have your birthdays and Christmas, anything like that. So the smaller your scissors are, I think the better to manipulate the fabric. A lot easier on your hands. But yeah, if you don't like this fussy cutting, that's why I did like the strips, because I thought, well, I don't want to do a lot of fussy cuttings. It can be time consuming. And then plus once you sew, I'm going to have to sew around all the edges here to make sure they stay down good. And I'm not even going to go down into there. I'm just going to leave that alone, let it stay. So today in Maine, it's actually, I have no snow again. I just have a little tiny patch out there. You'll see in one of my previous videos, it was storming outside. And yeah, today the sun is trying to come out. And I just have a little patch of snow out there, and I think it's supposed to be up in the 50s. So today is, what is it? April the 8th. So we've had a very mild winter here in Maine this year for sure. Okay, so I can get rid of that. So there's that piece, and that. So let me bring out my little towel. I'm going to have to get out the iron and get rid of the wrinkles. But pretty much right in this area is where it's going to be folded. Well, we can actually fold it. Let's do that. So this is what it's going to look like when it's hanging off a handle. So let's turn this over. There. So here is with this. Now I have it a little bit longer, so it'll overlap a little bit towards the back. Isn't that pretty? Something so simple, huh? And then with this, figure, bring this down to where the seam is. Kind of maybe overlap these a little bit. Now I could keep on going up, but I don't know. Because once it's hanging, you really are only seeing this much of it. So that there, maybe right there. Yeah, I like that. Like I said, sometimes just keeping it this simple makes it pretty, huh? Okay, so I will do that. What I'm going to do, like I said, I'll get the iron ready so I can iron this out, and I'll show you that process. And while I'm doing that, I will have another one ready for this one. And oh, I got to fussy cut this one as well. But I think I'm like trying to think here the process of what I'm going to do. It's like maybe cut out, come down. Because I don't want to fussy cut all this, to tell you the truth. Let me see if I can like roughly cut this out. Kind of like that little tiny one there. See, I'm going to go up further, I believe. If I keep this up, I'm going to go up higher onto my towel. That's okay. Let me get that one out of the way. go up here, grab this one. I may have to end up like separating them out here too. I love this piece of fabric. Like a very pretty red. I'll go, yeah, we'll just include this one. I'm not going to bring the stem with it though. I may fussy cut this one out of there, have it on its own. That's why it's easier to have these smaller scissors. Easier to maneuver around. And we go to over here, and we'll grab this last one. That may be bigger than I thought. We'll see here. So here, I already got this one folded out to where it would be. Let's get rid of those. Throw them over there. See, to me that's just a little too much. So I'll get rid of this one here. And I'm sure you guys can like look and maybe some like, no, don't cut that. Keep it together. So we all have our different, can view things differently. Yeah, I'm going to separate, say, it's going to make it easier on me. Oh, I don't like that. Kind of like that one there. Okay. So this one I'm going to fussy cut some more. I like to leave a little bit of a shape, just so it makes it harder, more time consuming to sew by fussy cutting out. That's the only thing. It's like I'm going to be doing something like this on my I did a pair of jeans, right, for my granddaughter. You'll see it. You can go see that video. It's my granddaughter's artsy jeans. And so I fussy cut a lot of the pieces out there. So I'm almost thinking I could maybe put all this on one fabric and put it down. I don't know. This is quite a process to... All right, I'm not sure if I want to disconnect them yet. So I'll just come in here. I don't like that frayed edge, so we'll get rid of that. You know what, we'll just get rid of that leaf there. And I'm not dealing with that. I don't like having any like this is right a straight line. I don't like that. Doesn't look good to me. So I try to rather have like curves. Little mess. And then I emptied out my coffee can. So I figure, hey, that'd be ideal because I'm always like picking up everywhere. So I can actually keep this down by my side. Less I have to clean up in the end, right? Get rid of that. And of course, I'm gonna have to go across there, just get rid of the frayed ends, salvaged edge. Let me see, how does that look? Kind of like that, huh? Yeah, I like that. Okay. So I want to keep it. So I'll have it all messed up by the time I get it over there. So I'm just gonna cut off down here on the edge before I forget to do that. So it takes care of that. Yeah, I like that. All right, so that takes care of that one. Put that to the side. And yeah, I think just with these other ones. Yeah, I think I'll just do the band. Put it down on the bottom, just going across, and do those all the way across. See how that looks. Okay, so now is time to iron this out. And I use some spray starch just to help with the wrinkles because it's pretty wrinkled up. And I'm only going to go halfway up. So that's all I'm concerned about now. I won't take the time to do the whole thing up. So I can do that later. This is another thing I don't like doing is ironing. Remember my mom growing up? She would iron all the shirts. She would even iron sheets, you know. So I think maybe she liked ironing, or she just liked the crispness it gave. I don't know. I don't like it. And I feel like I never get all the wrinkles out. So the pattern's going to pretty much go right in the middle here, correct? So I'm going to pretty much just really focus on this area in here. So the main concern is this bottom seam. You want to make sure that all them wrinkles are out of there the best you can get. And going up through. All right, that's good enough. And then what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to fold it the way it's going to be hanging onto my oven. And get rid of that seam there, flatten that out better. So when I go to put my flowers down, it doesn't cause me issues. Bring the other side over. I'm going to make it a little wider, as I know the pink flowers, I have them going over the edge some. All right. And remember, there's a tag on the bottom, so that's where I try to put the design. Though I should just cut it out, but that's later. Okay, so let me bring this way. Whoops, sorry. Bring it this way so that we can see it better. And then that's pretty perfect right there. So you see where there's the seam, the hem, you'll see where the stitches are down through here. So I just try to line it up right with that stitch line. Let me get rid of a few of these strands of thread. Make sure there's nothing on. Once this is down, it's down. Okay, so all I need to do is tear off the back. And on the back of this is all sticky. There's like a little bit of a glue. So you just take that off. and position it where you like to have, well, that little piece of fabric. So this is a little uneven down here, so I'm going to bring it up. If it's not 100% perfect, probably no one else will notice, but you know, it's just the way you see things, right? There, I'm happy with that. Yeah, that looks good. So then, now I'm just gonna press down. I don't have to hold it there too much. I just add a little bit of steam. That helps put it in place. There, I'm happy, huh? That looks good. Nice. Well, that's cooling down. I'll set that aside. All right, let me first lay them down. So I got this out wider, so should have just maybe left, well, yeah, I think I'll just leave that little one off. I changed my mind on that. This there, there. Okay, so let's take this one here off first. And I'm going to stick it so it comes out from underneath that one. I do love this one. So pretty. And I didn't think I was that much into the red colors, but I think this one might be my favorite. Oh, so when I was peeling this off, the glue ended up staying on the paper. So when that happens, you just put it back on down. I'm just going to activate this really quick. So all you need to do is just one little quick thing. Then peel it back off. Oh, it's still. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get it to. There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to, so it's not sticking good. So this is going to melt that glue again onto the fabric. These have been in place for a little bit, so. Just get your nail in under there, huh? Let's go back to where it was. Okay. That's on there. The paper's going to have a hard time coming off. All right. So just lay this down. peel it off. I have to cut that little piece right there, I think. Pretty sticky. So yeah, you want to make sure it's down where you want it, because once you put that iron on and steam it, the end is staying. Piece here. Then don't care for this little frayed there. They're like tucked under somehow. So let me get rid of that. Okay. Once again, I'm trying to line up into that bottom. Get all these little threads out of there. There's no wrinkles. Oops, down here I got a wrinkle going on, so I need to pull this up. Sure it's all laying good and flat. I have a little bit of fray there, but I'm okay with it. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. So I don't know if you can go wrong on these. They're just, you know, pretty to be hanging in your kitchen. In whatever colors you have in your kitchen, you can match up easily. There, that should do it. I like it. Well, it's so pretty, huh? Thought you'd enjoy, see the process of another one here being done. Place that there. Okay, now it's time for us to sew the piece of fabric onto the towel. So let me start out here with the lead fabric. And I'm just going to do, whoops, get that fabric started underneath. And I'm just barely going in on the inside of the fabric. I don't need to go in too far. I'm going to do a little back stitch there. So yeah, that looks good. Nope. What's going on there? Something got hung up, so we'll just hold on to the thread here, bring it up from the bobbin. So the thread broke off down in there. It's always different issues. And I gotta make sure I put the bobbin in right. This is real-time problems that you experience when you sew. All right, so let me cut these down here a little bit. Get it out of the way. Then I'm going to look at down here. There's some of this bulk. I'm just going to go back a little bit where I ended off. And I'll do a little back stitch. And continue on. And look, see if that's real noticeable. No, I don't think so. Good, so I didn't want to take the whole thing back out. I'm just going to take my time. And that's it for that. You just keep on going right around. Well, I'll take you down to the corner. That way you can see that. And I'll lift my foot with my needle down, and then I'll just turn it. Same thing on this corner. Needle down and turn. I'll roll this up so it doesn't get in my way. Make sure there ain't no wrinkles in the fabric, and then begin again. All right, so what I'm going to do is keep continuing until we get to the end. And then I'll show you when, instead of you sitting here watching me stitch all the way around, that could get a little boring. So I'll just finish doing these, and then in the end I'll show you the final products. And here is the finished product. I'm all done sewing. So before I give you a close-up of all of them, in my video, I placed a $20 bill, and I don't know how long it was out, so you'll have to go back and find the $20 bill and look at the timeline. The first person to put the accurate time in the comments section will be able to pick one of these dish towels, and I will send it to you. So I don't know, I don't want you to leave your address, of course, in the comments. So I think once I acknowledge that you're the winner, you're going to have to go over into my Facebook page, which is under the Crafty Traveler, and I have the same picture of the double wedding ring quilt for the profile pic. And then we can PM each other, and then I can get your mailing address, and then I can mail it to you. And that way nobody else has access to your address. So do that. Go find the $20 bill. Be the first one to comment what timeline it showed up, and I'll send you a dish towel. So here's, you can pick the one that you want. So here's a close-up of them. Today's a really, really sunny day out, so I don't know if it's like going to interfere with the pictures coming out really good. Now these two here, you have a wide band and then a small one. Now the wide band is all the way from side to side on the towel, where this one isn't. It just goes a little bit beyond the center, just so that you know that. And these two, I did straight stitching, where the rest of the towels, I did a zigzag. Oh, this one's also a straight stitch. The rest of them are zigzag, and I will definitely stay with the zigzag when it comes to something like this, because these are going to end up fraying, which is all right. It's going to be pretty too. So I guess it's all your preference of what you like. But just so you know, when you pick, that this doesn't go all the way to the end. This one doesn't go all the way to the end. And I think that's it for that, is them two. Okay, so what you can do is I'll go from the top here. So you have the smaller band with the wider band of this pattern. And I have red flowers. I think they're carnations. Then I have like a mosaic purple. And blue roses. And this is Paris. And what I did is I like cut out the few of the air balloons and made it look like they're drifting off. Then you have the pink peonies, maybe? We'll go with that, pink peonies. How good do we know our flowers? And I love flowers. And then we have the purple flowers, or fussy cut. And you see, I didn't go all the way around the edges and all that. But when you get away from it, you're not going to see them stitches. It's just when you're up close, you're going to see them. Right now, they're a little on the stiff side, but probably after so many washings, you know, they'll soften up. And then we have the 70s fabric. And this one, yeah, they all went all the way to the end. Yeah. So you have the wide band and the 2 band of those. So yeah, fun little easy project. Something to do with your little scraps. Like I said, they make very good Christmas gifts, Mother's Day gift, wedding. So don't forget to comment on the timeline for the $20 bill, and hopefully you will be the winner. So please subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and I'll see you again later. Have a good day.